podcast fans, we're back. We did not find a co-host, but it's just Frank and I right now.
Yeah, we made some calls. We tried to get people on, but sadly, we could not do it. At the same time, we don't want anybody listening for the first time to be like, yo, this guy's talking to himself. I hear the same person responding back to each other. This guy's schizophrenic.
We're identical twins.
And then he's probably like, let me go look at this video of this guy fucking talking to himself.
And then he's going to think it's a before and after.
Yeah, he's going to be like, what the fuck is going on?
The other guy's tan and skinny, and the other one's white and fat. What's going on?
But we hope you guys are doing well. Please leave a
like, comment, share this podcast, because we are under intense pressure. Intense pressure to make sure this is a good podcast. Our boss, the great, cool, whatever, Jesus Sepulveda, the great JS, he's telling us, we gotta lock in, we gotta get it together. He did put the pressure on us, but I mean, I'm excited. This is gonna be a fun pod. We're gonna call some people. We're gonna see what's up. You guys are gonna get to know more about us. No cutting each other off. The nice stuff. Staying positive.
I ain't throwing shots, but Danny apparently is throwing shots at people.
I read the comments. That people leave.
I read every comment.
They tell me get it together, and I've been trying.
I respond to every comment.
If there's a comment that talks to me, I talk back.
Really? What about the Shirtless Pod?
Shirtless Pod is coming soon, man. I promise I will do it. There's a lot of promises that we make on this pod that don't happen,
Yeah, but you got to fulfill that one.
Yeah.
Because you guys went out there and were like, all right, you know what? Let's make the fans decide. I would have never done something like that because
you're not a man of the fans, right?
No. It's not that. It's that I don't want to lie to the fans. So I'm more of a man of the people than anybody.
I have seen some crazy ones. Remember, have you seen the ones where there's like the top comment?
Yeah, I'll do the top comment.
Yeah.
And it's like one's like, let a homeless man impregnate you.
Yeah,
that
crazy.
one was crazy.
That was crazy.
The famous one is the Thailand one, like move to Thailand, learn Muay Thai, become a world champion. That one's funny. That one's always funny.
That is cool.
No, this girl, I don't know if you saw, this girl's going viral on TikTok because she was talking about how the guy she's talking to, she realizes that's her first baddie. Like she's his first baddie.
Oh,
and the thing is, the girl. I respect women, but collectively, everybody in the TikTok comments, but everybody in the TikTok comments did not believe she's a baddie. so they were like, where is she? 'Cause it ain't you.
No.
And when the internet comes out to get you like that, it tears you apart.
Dude, imagine that. You think your girl's bad, and you bring her to the squad. They're like, dude, that's a man.
I know, huh?
Dude, that'd be crazy. No, but yeah, dating a baddie is tough, dude. I don't know, like that's hard. Everyone's looking at her.
Yeah, but that's the thing where it's like you can't not just everybody gets a baddie because you got to be able to date them.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to know what you want.
That's true.
It's like our cousin, man. He knows he wants an ugly girl. He just said it. He said he wants an ugly girl. He told us, he wants an ugly girl. He doesn't want anybody looking at her. He doesn't want anybody hitting her.
He wants a little Quasimodo for himself.
Yeah,
good for him.
And that's all right. Yeah. Listen, we're not over here saying we're perfect
we're not saying we're handsome either. We're probably somebody's little Quasimodo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We're literally somebody like, I'm gonna bag him because I know he's never gonna cheat.
We're somebody's charity case, and we're okay with that.
Yeah, we're okay. We're somebody's like, I gave up. This is a good guy.
Yeah.
We're the good guys.
We're personality hires, and we know that.
That's okay.
That's all right. Hey, listen.
Know your part. Play your part.
Know your part.
Know your fucking part. Hate it when people are playing out of part, right? Out of their league. It's like, no, you're not hot enough.
No. It's not. It's okay to play out of your league, but you got to understand once that phase is done, you're not that forever.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could date a hot chick, but doesn't mean you're gonna get every hot chick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that one hot chick.
But also,
like
some people can't get away with hot chick stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like
being
mean, or there's only a certain extent that people are gonna take that.
When's the last time that happened to you? That you were like, you're not pretty enough to be mean.
Ooh. A couple times. I mean, I've met girls where they like want to be mean to me, like try to play cute, and it's just like, that's just mean. Like, from a girl, it's like it's weird, and like, because I get along with people and we're cool, but like sometimes like, oh, I'm not that cool with you, Does that make sense to you?
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah. No.
No, but tell me like. Because you've been quiet recently on the pod, and everybody wants to get to know what you're trying to say. So you're saying that you have a standard for a person to be mean to you.
There's so much that you can get away with, you know? Like, okay, so look, I'm a cool guy, and I get along with people at work. But what bothers me is when I don't know somebody and they think we're cool like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
So it doesn't matter if it's a guy or girl.
Yes, no, does not matter. Something weird that is on me that happens. By the way, we're twinning, Frank, which is funny. But no. All right,
Continue.
All right, asshole. Anyways, so the thing is, like, what happened is at my shows, I like to make fun of myself and my butch lesbian appearance and my tits and stuff because I think it's funny. You know, like if you point out your insecurities, what can they really make fun of you? But some people think it's cool to be like, hey, like I full on grab a titty after the show. I'm like, you can't grab a free tit like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna grab mine, I'm gonna grab yours.
Yeah,
That's not cool.
it's sexual assault.
Yeah, it's sexual assault.
Yeah.
I didn't say that was cool.
Are we cool with sexual assault?
No,
I mean, come on now.
No, we don't do that.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying the
just
people,
saying
the people
on the pod.
People.
And by the way, I want to know, listeners, do you hear the same voice or is it our voice is different?
Yeah. Let us know in the comments right now.
Yeah,
are you tripping
trippy,
out?
Too trippy. Don't listen when high. Nah. This dude is arguing with himself.
Yeah.
There's certain things that it's like, oh, like you can't do that. But I'm a very easygoing guy, so I just laugh it off. You know? And I've had a situation where like, show me your tits, and I'm just like, show me yours, and then they're like, you're not down, and I'm like, okay, never mind. You know?
So you're receiving a lot of sexual harassment.
Yes.
After shows.
Yes. Jesus Sepulveda fans, that's what they do.
That's not okay, everybody. Sexual harassment is not okay.
Keep your hands to your fucking self, dude.
Sexual harassment is not okay. Just because you see someone that you want to see their tits doesn't mean you can do it, all
Doesn't
right?
mean you can grab them. Imagine you can go up to somebody like,
imagine a girl comic fucking comes off stage.
Sick
like,
rack.
Hey, let me grab those. Let me grab a nipple. What the hell?
I see that thing, dude.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right.
Family.
Delete that.
Delete that.
I didn't mean to say that about the fans. I really didn't. That was not my thing.
But the next thing that I was going to tell. So, no, back to this. So, tell me the last time a girl pissed you off, Danny.
Ooh. Last time a girl pissed me off, well, it was back in the day. Everybody knows. If you know, you know the story, right? The girl where we had a miscommunication about the whole hookup thing, being friends type stuff. That really bothered me because what happened is like after that, it was just like, oh, she was talking trash after talking papas about me. You know, I was like, come on, dude. Like, I'm not a bad guy, actually. It's just that you played your cards wrong. I was very confused. And yeah, I get it. You were hot, but it's like you can't be mean the whole time and not expect me to be like, oh, it's cool. Like, treat me however. You got to have self-respect at one point.
So to you, she was meaner than she was hot.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, has a girl ever mistreated you? When's the last time you got mad at a girl?
Has a girl ever mistreated me?
Yeah.
How much time do you have? It's a 3-hour pod.
3-hour pod, man.
Just me fucking.
Tragos amargos y licor. Dude,
Oh man, no. Yeah, plenty of times. Plenty of times where a girl has just like upset me. I'm just like, sometimes because you give too much energy, and I felt like I was giving too much energy to something that it's like, why am I giving so much energy up for this?
Yeah.
When it's like, obviously they don't care that much about it. How about I just move on and just keep living my life? That's the way I live now.
Yeah.
Back then, oh yeah. Back then I was always like a little simp that was just like, oh, I need their approval. I need them.
And that's because of therapy you got better? Or?
Yeah, because of therapy. Therapy helped me out an immense amount, I would say. So, yeah, people, if you guys are wondering to go to therapy, do it. I mean, do it. Try it. Try it out. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But it's not going to hurt you. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And the number one thing that always weirds me out is when people say, it's because I don't want them to tell me I'm crazy.
They're never going to tell you you're crazy.
They're never going to tell you you're
crazy.
They're
never going to tell you you're crazy.
Never.
I said some shit in there. They never said anything.
Yeah,
never said anything. Like, hey man, it's not right. You're like, it's like it's just someone to talk to. It's nice. It is nice, and you realize you actually have all the answers. You have every answer you're looking for.
Yes, we have been on a mental health kick. I know recently, the last pod, the same thing. But it's just because it's just what our thoughts were saying. That's what we felt
that's how
say.
We're feeling at the moment, and we wanted to share with you guys. But thank you guys for receiving it so positively, man. The fans, delete that podcast fans. They really get me through the day sometimes when I'm like, dude, is this even worth it? And they're like, please keep going, man. I need to see you shirtless. And I'm like, you're right. I should keep going.
That's facts, man. That's facts. I know, huh? I'm over here sitting in a drive-through, and then I read a comment. Frank looking good, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta get out of here.
Make a U-turn. I'm out of here.
I gotta go home.
How's this job search going?
So I actually did get a job. I did get a job at a restaurant. It's not a forever job, but it is a job for now. It is a job to make some cash. Meanwhile, I find my next passion.
That's what I told myself, brother. I'm 10 years in, man.
Yeah, but it's just pretty much that, and just doing that for right now, just to make some cash, and then see what's out there. I actually want to shout out somebody who reached out to me on the pod, and DM'd me on Instagram, and they said, "Hey, look, you should become an electrician. I've been doing it," and they sent me the link and everything in the program. So
really
shout out you,
shout out him,
shout out
man.
you for doing that, looking out for a brother in need. So I appreciate you,
Big
man.
time,
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, man. For me, nothing crazy this week. I got to do a show with Frankie Quinones and Chris Estrada. That was really cool. Jesus, shout out Jesus, helped me get that spot. But it was a cool event, man. The weirdest part was, so I show up. It's at Flappers Burbank, and I'm trying to get into the green room. I'm just trying to go into the show just to get ready. And I'm kind of standing outside, and they're not really paying attention to me. And then this dude comes out, this black dude. He's hanging out, and he's like, "What's up? You on the show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." He's like, "Okay, sick. I'm performing too. Come on back." So we go back and we start talking a little bit, and then he's just like, "Oh man, that's awesome that someone helped you out, get the spot. That's cool. Like nobody helped me." And I'm just like, "Yeah, man, I don't know. How do you respond to that?" And then so it's like cool, and we're kind of talking, and we're in the green room for about 15 minutes, and then we talk for 5, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go on my phone." I'm on my phone. I look at the dude. He's falling asleep. Oh, I'm just like, "Oh," I was like, "You tired?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I've been working all day filming." And I was like, "Oh, okay, must be big time." So I'm sitting there just chilling, just minding my business, watching this man sleep. And then Frankie shows up, and then I say, "What's up?" to Frankie. Frankie says, "What's up?" to the dude, and I'm like, "Okay, they know each other, cool, we're good." And then the dude walks out of the room for a second, and Frankie goes, "Is that your boy?" And I said, "I don't know who that is. I thought it was your boy." And he's like, "Nah, I don't know who that is." And I'm just like, "Okay, who is this man, dude?" And then he comes back, and he's like, "All right, I'm out of here, guys." And he takes his backpack, and I'm just like, "Who the fuck was this guy, dude?"
Wow.
Yeah, it was just like, that's a trip, but it's cool. It was cool performing with Frank. It's a trip sometimes because like obviously we watched this fool, and I was a fan of it, and like Chris Estrada was on the show, and I watched Chris Estrada before I started doing stand up, so it was a full circle moment. Got a picture with him, fangirled it out, but it was sick. It was a good time.
No, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I know Jesus would have some comments about that, but hey, we're going to keep moving.
Yeah, we are going to keep moving.
Actually, why don't you call him real quick? I know he's been dying to make sure that this pod is staying afloat. Yeah. So let's see what he's doing.
Hopefully he's Sepulveda right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hopefully he's not too busy.
That's his contact picture because I found it deep dive on his Instagram. Go deep, and there's some embarrassing pictures of Jesus. Make sure you guys go. Hey, Jesus Sepulveda, you're on Delete That Podcast.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right there. Hello?
Don't big ball.
Nah. Acting like he's got.
We know this motherfucker in the fucking hotel room right now by himself,
shirtless, looking for a good movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I'm just hanging out with new openers. Oh God. These guys like Nirvana, dude. It's all about bang bangs, dude, and gang bangs.
I doubt they can do what I did to you.
What's going on? Did you guys just start the pod?
Yeah, we're just starting. We're just getting the ball rolling,
How many minutes in?
14.
We're at 14 right now, man.
Oh, guys, sorry. I just want to apologize to the listeners for listening to that 14 minutes of snooze fast.
It was a good time, dude. They're raving about it in the comments. They're going crazy right now. They're saying W's in the chat. El Jesus for missing out.
Wow, dude. No way, dude. Hey, guys, I apologize for such a boring episode, but I'll make it up to you guys when I get back. Sorry. This guy, one of the openers said a funny joke.
Nobody's in that room.
Nobody's in that room. We're going to screen record what he sent us. We're going to screen record it, and we're going to show you that nobody's in that fucking room with him.
Sorry, dude. This guy. Bobby? Oh, okay.
We're FaceTiming. Let's see if the receipts are true.
It's just the fans are waiting.
I'm by myself. guys. I'm by myself in the room, okay? No one's here. It was a joke. It's a joke, but hey, look at the view.
I don't think the fans
nice
can see that.
Nice view. Oh, dismiss.
Send us a nice video, dude. We'll put it on the pod.
I'm recording. I'm screen recording this so they can be up on the pod.
Oh, nice.
All right, guys.
Anything you want to say to the fans, man?
I just want to say, we should sue Danny's barber for making him look like the way he looks right now.
Hey, you watch that, bro. That's my boy, dude. That's my boy.
I don't know if Danny's going to the military.
Iran, baby. I heard they're attacking any fucking minute. I gotta be ready.
He's really trying to go to war, dude. What's up with that cut, brother?
It is a military cut, G. Yeah, dude, look at that. G.I. Joe over here.
Shit, at ease.
At ease.
Anyway,
¿qué pasó? All right.
Yo, when I saw him, I just started saying, hoorah. Hey, in the comments, please put hoorah in the comments. Hoorah in the comments.
Hoorah in the comments, but God bless America, Danny. Oh, shit.
It looks like a Minecraft fucking... You got a Minecraft head right now.
A blunt head? I do have a big head. He told me, hey, man, you have some crazy indents on your head. By the way, I was like, oh, thanks.
No way, somebody that's fucking... I would have sued, fool. I want my money back. Fuck that.
No, it was cool. He was a cool dude.
All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go because I got to
Jesus.
get ready for my 2 shows.
We tried to replace you, man. We really tried.
You can't replace me. You can't. No one can replace me, dude. I'm one of a kind. I am the pod, dude. Without me, there is no pod.
You heard that?
Enjoy the entertainment, dude.
Okay? We're gonna tell you guys exactly what we think. Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need that negativity in our lives, man. He's gonna be pissed. Fucking pissed. Watch. Yeah, and I'm on Do Not Disturb, so he's gonna call me right now. Wow. Yeah. No, I mean, good for Jesus. You know, good for Jesus. I'm sure some alone time would help him right now through the things he's going through. And what is he going through? Well, didn't you hear last episode, man? He was fighting himself. Oh yeah. That's right. He's ready to throw down with the karate teacher,
right,
man.
That's right.
I wouldn't personally. I
wouldn't take that. He's
personally, I wouldn't.
Black belt. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
you don't want to do that.
Last thing you want is to fight a ninja.
Yeah,
you know
that would be crazy. Imagine.
But yeah, speaking of fighting, the war is crazy, huh?
That is wild.
That is crazy.
That's fucking nuts. At any moment we could be attacked.
Yeah,
hopefully by the time this podcast comes out, nothing's happened because that would be terrible.
Yeah, they did tell us supposedly that
on the West Coast
they're attacking the West Coast, man.
And I think it's just because Drake's coming back. You heard that?
I heard that.
I heard. Let us know. L in the chat for Drake, man.
L in the chat for Drake.
Because why, dude?
Honestly, let's not get into it, man. Let's not get into it because we can go on for hours. You know, we know who's the GOAT. You know who's number one,
Mr. K. Lamar,
and that's okay. You know, the Aubrey, he's got to make his money. He's got to get, he's got to pay child support. So I understand why he's got to drop another album.
Yeah,
I understand why the attention's got to go back to him. I get it.
Yeah, but it's just like, come on, man.
But that's good for him. Good for him. Anyways, back to it. What I was gonna say was about the war. Yeah, guys, we don't want you guys stressing out about it. We're good over here.
Yeah, we're good. West Coast up. W's in the air. W's in the chat.
But Danny, I want you to tell these people because we're coming out in a wedding. One of our buddies, he's getting married pretty soon. Shout out him.
Shout out.
And but it was so
Shout
funny.
Blue Hearted Bets.
It was very funny when we
dude.
When we went to go suit fit, dude. This guy like
so we go get our suits fitted, right? We get them done, but you also get them tailored because you want to make sure they fit exactly to your body. And so me and Frank walk in there, and it's this skinny gentleman. I don't know, I can't tell if he's gay, but he has this flamboyancy to him, and he has an accent, and he's like, "Hello, my friend, how can I help you?" And it's like, okay, cool. This guy knows what he's doing. He's gonna take care of me, And we show up. He starts putting on the suit, and then he gives me my suit. And then our suit is a 3-piece suit. It comes with a vest. So I'm like, okay. And then we start trying it on, and then he's looking at me, and he's like, "Oh, you a bigger boy, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." He's like, "Okay, that's okay." And then I'm like, okay. I try on the jacket with the vest, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna wear the vest Cause he's like, no, you shouldn't wear the vest. It's not gonna close. Look at you, you're too big. And I was like, all right, sick, dude. Thank you for that. And so I'm not gonna be wearing a vest to this wedding.
It was just like super passive aggressive.
Super. He's
Comments,
like, no, come on. How are you gonna wear the vest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pants are tight. The pants feel good, huh?
Yeah,
I can tell the pants fit good.
The pants look good. They're just as much as they can go right now. All right, bud. Watch your fucking mouth. Yeah, it was a rough one. But doing the whole wedding thing, it's all like over again. You like weddings?
Do I like going to weddings? Do I like being a part of them? I think being a part of them is gives you more of a motivation to go. But do I think that weddings are fun? So far, what I've been to, I've had a good time. I think once you get older, you get to that point where it's like it's a good time. You're hanging out with friends and all that. I think it's weird. I guess like every time I've been to a wedding, it's been a family wedding, not been a friend wedding.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I think it's different when you're not part of the family, but you're a friend going to the wedding.
Yeah.
Because if you're a family, then obviously when you're there, you're dancing with everybody. Everything's cool. Like, everybody there. But you don't want to be the friend who's too much at a wedding.
Yeah, of course. You never do. You never want to be the...
Never.
Which I was that friend.
Oh.
Do you remember?
What?
So, my sister's wedding. Shout out my sister for getting married.
Yeah, but that's family.
But I became the thing.
No, you did not become the thing.
Well, because there was a lot of people crying.
Oh, yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about like I had a friend.
Uh-huh.
He went to it wasn't a wedding, but it was a quinceañera. He went as a date to someone. And this guy, he doesn't really like drink a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't drink much. And keep in mind, Mexican American, more American than anything.
Yes.
Yes.
So he's a white boy.
I know what you're talking about.
He's a white boy, but he's Mexican. So he has it in him.
Yes.
And he went as a date to a quinceañera. And when he went to this date, he started drinking tequila, right? Drink of choice. And I guess him and his date started getting real drunk real fast.
Yeah.
And, when tequila comes around, some people can't control themselves.
When tequila's around, the Latinas are around.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It's a party.
That's why there's so many of us.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're the growing population like crazy. It's too much tequila.
Yeah.
But honestly, what happened is he started hooking up with her right there at the table.
Right there.
In front of the grandma.
In front of the grandma. He told us he was making out with her, grabbing on titty, everything, like the whole shebang.
Whole thing.
And I'm like, dude, he's like, I was so fucked up, dude. I didn't know it. Right there in the middle of the dance floor, we were making out hard. And I can already picture it because he's a nasty guy. He's a freak. And somehow he made it to our house after, and he's like, hey, you guys are going to leave the night I had. And I was like, well, he told us. We're like, what? At a family party?
Yeah,
like, that's insane,
That
right?
was awful.
Like, imagine you're at a quinceañera and some white dude just making out with your cousin, grabbing on her titty and everything.
Like, think about your wildest night at the club. He did that at a quinceañera.
At a quinceañera.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
Like, think about your
in
wildest night.
In front of your tia. Like, she's sitting right at the same table.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, that's crazy. Yeah, shout out that guy, man. That guy, he's a boy, dude. He's a wild one. That's our dog.
But
right
that's a good time, Yeah. I don't know if you can tell by mine and Danny's looks, but we do like to have a good time. A lot of the time, we like to party.
We do like to party.
When I'm in the mood to party, I party.
Yeah.
When I'm not in the mood, then I don't party.
True.
But
some can say I party too hard. Party too hard, too fast. That's my problem. But I do like to party.
When's a time that you party too hard?
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, after this, I got to slow down.
Damn, dude, there's been so many nights like that. I think one of the craziest one was I went to Cabo with my family, and we were leaving the next day.
I wasn't on the trip. That's why he said, like, my family.
Because he wasn't my family at the time.
It was my
we didn't find out we were twins till we were 27.
It was my sisters and my brothers-in-law, but I did not go.
Yeah, so I showed up. We were at Cabo, freaking sick, all-inclusive. If you want to do it, dude, because it's worth it. You could drink as much as you want for free, eat as much as you want for free, and so, like, you're literally just, like, going to the bar and getting whatever you want whenever you want. And so it's the last day there, and we're trying to take advantage. And I come up with this idea for my brothers-in-laws, and I tell them, yo, let's just get drunk right now, and we don't have to sober up. Like, if we get hungover, we stop drinking at 5, and we'll be hungover. And then by the time our flight comes around, we'll be good. Like, it made drunk math sense, right? Wrong. So what happened was we started off slow. We're kicking it. We're chill, And throughout the trip, the three of us, we made friends with these other 3 dudes, and they're from Rhode Island, and they had colored eyes, Puerto Rican, handsome. So you're doing whatever it takes to impress them.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I can't not.
Nothing's more intimidating than a handsome man challenge you to do something.
Exactly. So we were at dinner, and they ordered us shots, and they were like on us, the whole little joke because obviously it's free. And then the next day we see them at the pool. We're about to get out of the pool because we've already been drinking all morning, and they're like, "Oh no, come take shots with us." So we're taking shots. We take a double shot. That double shot, I don't remember it going down. My brother-in-law, the shot hit him so hard it came out his nose. He was drowning in the pool, man. And we were
how big was this pool?
It's 3 feet everywhere,
and he was drowning.
Yeah, man, you seen him. You seen him.
Hey, come on.
Right, so
shout out Short Kings, man.
Shout out Short Kings,
respect
man.
them.
We're technically Short Kings, I guess.
5'9".
We're 5'9", 5'10" on good days. But so this dude, like, he obviously, and we're messed up, dude. We're messed up, and like I'm pretty trash. I remember just like it's like that black, almost blacking out. Like you could see visions, and like you're just like, whoa, how am I here? But the funny thing is, like, my sisters were like, no, we're going to take them back to the room. And I told them, no, don't worry about it. They're with me, and I'm not even drinking that much. We're good. It's wrong, dude. I got trashed just as much as they did. We ended up at at the hotel lunch area, and we're there. And they're like, oh, we're done. We're done serving lunch. And we're like, and then my brother-in-law gives them a 20. He's like, all right, I'll give you guys whatever you want. Bring us, like, 5 dishes. And then he's like, get us a round of shots. And they're like, they told us we can't serve you guys anymore. And an all-inclusive. At this point, you got to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, we can't serve you guys. He gives them another 20. They bring us another
round
of shots.
That's getting cut off at a buffet.
Yeah. Yeah. So now he's like, another 20, another round of shots. And I'm the only one who took it. And then next thing you know, I see one of my brothers-in-law on the phone. He's like, hey, come get me. I can't walk anymore. Come get me. Calls my sister. My sister shows up pissed. She's like, what the fuck did you do to him? And I was like, hey, he's an adult. And she picks him up, takes him to the room. Then my other sister shows up and tells my brother-in-law, all right, you're going to sit there. I'm going to walk Danny to his room. But I was like about to have my meal. Like literally in the middle of my meal. I was like, well, okay. Well, like, what are we going to do with this sandwich? And she's like, that's it. Like, you're done. I was like, just put it in your pocket. And she's like, I'm not putting this sandwich in my pocket.
That's the thing about Danny. When he is drunk, the fatness comes out 100 times. And me too.
Yeah, which is fair.
But, like,
your true desires come out.
Like, he was ready to the SWAT team could have showed up and been like, let me just finish my sandwich.
Yeah, I was like, no, I need my sandwich. And they're like, no. And so I took the whole plate, sandwich and fries, back to the room. Hit the room. As soon as I hit the room, went to the restroom, was throwing up for 2 hours. Just woke up around 9, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm late for dinner. I wake up, I call everybody, hey, man, what time is dinner? Like, we already came back from dinner. Nobody went to dinner, only us. And I was like, oh, my God.
Wow.
Yeah. And the next day I bounced back. I was good to go. I was like, I'm a brand new man. Threw it all up. We're good. But my brothers-in-laws, they were dying. They were dead.
Jeez.
It's just like, that's wild.
No, that is rough. That is rough.
So that's one of those where I was like, dude, I should never do this again.
But that sounds, I mean, I actually have been hungover on vacation. Is one of the worst hangovers, but it's also one of the fastest hangovers to bounce back from.
True.
Because you start remembering, I'm only here for a short period of time.
I
so
gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, once it gets to like day 4 of just drinking,
yeah,
it's
just
like,
drinking,
all right, dude, someone call a helicopter. I gotta get out of here.
But it's still a good time.
Yeah.
Still a very good time. What's it called? But no, I was going to ask you, did we share the story about my grandma with the mariachis already?
I think we did.
Yeah, we did. It was a story about how my grandma ordered us mariachi and told us do not drink too much.
Yeah.
And we did the complete opposite. We got trashed the night before. And she woke us up at 4 in the morning with a mariachi.
Yeah.
It was rough. That was a rough one.
I think we slept 1 hour and then they woke us up and I was like, damn.
Yeah. Has there ever been a time where you drank so much you're just like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to live this one?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of times. I think the next day I'm just like, dude, I will never do that again. I think
hangover anxiety is the worst.
Anxiety, yeah. It is the worst.
God,
anxiety,
dude.
yeah.
You're just like, why did I do that? Was I being an idiot? Oh, this is the worst.
Yeah, it is. It is. But enough of that. I did want to give the people a chance to kind of understand what it is to be a twin.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like a lot of people, they see us and they're like, that's a trip.
Yeah.
And I guess we can tell you how much of a trip it can be.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you some things that growing up were regular to us, but to a lot of people were
was not normal.
regular.
Yeah. I think just being called by the wrong name all the time, like people not knowing exactly who you are exactly. But when we were kids, it would piss us off. It would be like, hey, you call me Frankie, we're done. We're never talking to you again. Because you think you're building this relationship with this person, and they don't actually know who you are.
Yeah, false sense of identity was a big thing growing up because it was like they used to dress as the same. They used to, compare us all the time.
Yeah, and they say like, "Oh, you came into this world born alone." It's like, no, I didn't.
Yeah,
because I was did I share this where I realized I share almost everything in my life. I literally. So I had one of my guests, and I told him like, they're like, "Oh, your name is Danny," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm Danny." And then it's like, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was like, "It's a very common name. I know a lot of Dannys." And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "And I also know a Danny Lopez. I know a lot of Danny Lopez's. It's actually very common." And they're like, "Oh, yeah." And I was like, "And I actually share my birthday and my face and everything about me. You know what I mean? There's nothing really to like make me that one thing that's mine. You know?"
Yeah, but there are things that are yours.
Like what, Frank?
I can't have anything.
I don't have anything to my name. My car, I paid for it. Nothing was given. Nothing. That's too good.
I earned everything that's mine.
Earned every fucking penny, man.
No, I think that I think that finding individuality between twins was the hardest thing growing up because it was just like, I want to be different from my brother. But at the same time, me and my brother like a lot of the same things.
Yeah, a lot of the same things.
And it's like, it makes sense why we like a lot of the same things because we grew up very similar. We are, we went through the same things. So it's like we like the same things. We were around the same things. So, yeah, we're going to like similar things. Now that we're older, I think, like I was telling somebody is that the first time we started finding ourselves was when we got into relationships because that was the one thing we did
not share. We didn't share.
It was like when we had our separate relationships. I think that's when it was like, all right, you know what? You do your thing. I'm gonna do my thing.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's where we kind of found an identity. And I think that's why a lot of times we struggled in relationships.
Yeah, because our codependency, because it's so much of like being with somebody, and you have somebody that's doing something with you every single time.
Yeah.
And then you have to learn how to not do that. It is trippy being a twin. Yeah, that part is very trippy.
So it is that sense was weird. I think they always ask we always get like, do you guys get along? We get along very, very well.
Oh yeah.
I would consider us almost best friends.
Just
because it's gay to call your brother.
It is gay.
It's gay to call your twin brother your best friend.
Do you think it's gay to make your dad your best man?
To make your dad
your best man?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that. Which is, hey, I'm sorry if I offended you because my buddy did do that at his wedding. Which, talking about weddings, I forgot to add this. Dude, I went to his wedding and the priest called him the wrong name.
Ooh, that is awkward.
He was like, Tiffany, do you take John to be your husband? Like, I now pronounce Tiffany and John man and wife. And it's like, that's not his name, you know? So technically, the dude's not even married.
Technically,
Shout out.
He could get out of it.
Yeah. By God. But, no, yeah. What were we saying?
We were talking about twins. We were talking about best man being dad.
Oh, yeah, best man, dad. Best friend, your brother. I mean, it's cool. It's cute. But it's like, come on, man.
But it's like come on.
He's
already your brother.
Yeah,
he's already your
brother.
dad.
You can't beat brother, you know?
It's true. It's true. It's a cop-out if you choose somebody. Like, if I have Danny as my best man, it's a cop-out.
It is a cop-out. Pick a friend.
Pick a friend.
Like, I'm already his best friend for life.
Yeah, like it's like we're already twins.
Yeah.
We don't need to
already share everything.
We don't need to be, hey, man, be my best man.
That would be weird. I don't know how I would react, but I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, I guess I'll do it. I'll give a sick speech.
Right now, who would be your best man at your wedding?
Right now, my best man at my wedding.
If you were to get ready.
It'd have to be D.
Wow.
Don't do that. Frank, come on. That's fucked up. I mean, Diego, if it's like, has to be today, then Diego, because he's local, you know?
But that's crazy. Some people are there for you through ups and downs.
All right, Diego can be my best man.
No, hey, you made your choice,
dude.
Buddy.
You don't. All right, then who would be yours?
Jonic.
Wow.
And that's like that.
Wow.
I talk to him every single day.
You heard that, Will?
You heard that, Albert?
Will and Albert
Anthony?
would not. Okay, they would not.
Damn, Diego, you heard that?
They would be in the group's party, but they would not be my best man. I'm sorry. It's not.
Damn, dude. Imagine.
They would not.
Let us know in the comments if you've ever had to exclude your friend from being in the groom's party, you know, because that's always awkward.
Right?
That is
like
how do you
and
I've had that happen to me. This wedding that I went to, I was not part of the wedding. I was not a part of it, but I did get invited to everything, the bachelor party, all that stuff. But when we're at the wedding, I think we were drinking, and then the guy who got married comes up to me. He's like, "Man, if I would have known, I would have picked you to be in the groom's wedding." Or that guy, man, he didn't even care. He didn't even do nothing with us, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
You were the chick that got away.
He's fucking talking about it. He's talking about his dad being his best man. If I would have known,
I would have never chose my pops, man.
I'll pick you, dog. He wasn't there for me like you were. Like, yeah, man. That's what I was saying. It's gay. Come on.
Should have came to me in the first place.
That's crazy,
funny,
dude. That is crazy.
No, man. It is wedding season because it's spring. I only been invited to one wedding, so.
Yeah, me too.
But it's a trip.
But it is awkward when your coworkers that you think you're cool with get married and you're not invited. You know.
That used to happen all the time at Trader Joe's, dude. Everybody would get invited to shit.
You
wouldn't.
You'd be like, I'm the cool guy, dude.
I'm like, all right, cool. You want to hang with lames? Go for it.
Yeah. You don't want a good time?
Yeah.
You know, you don't want me kissing your cousin at the table in front of your aunt?
Right? It's like, come on.
That's crazy. No, but speaking of coworkers, dude, nothing pisses me off more than when somebody complains about their life and they act like they can't do anything about it. Like, I have a coworker who complains.
That's my brother.
Literally
complains about his life. Everything's in his hands.
That's not true, guys.
Everything that he could complain about is in his hands. Everybody that knows him, please drop a comment. Frank's right. Please. Everybody who knows Danny and listens to the pod knows that Danny can fix his life in his own hands.
Anyways, as I was saying, man, no, this guy, he walks into work and he's just like, dude, every time I walk through those doors, I'm just like, why the fuck am I here? You know, like, why am I here? Like, there's no reason, and just know it's going to be a bad day. And I'm just like, dude, if you show up with that energy, it's going to be a bad fucking day, you know? And then he's like, yeah, I just can't stand coming in here. And I'm just like, dude, you can turn around and walk the other door, man. It's like, he swears he don't have anything going for him.
Free will?
Yeah, he's like, no, I have to be here. And I was like, why do you have to be here? Like, there's other jobs. You speak English. You have papers. You're white. What more do you want, dude? The system was built for you to succeed.
Did you recommend severance for him?
No. I told him to go apply Trader Joe's. Same thing, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I mean, I've met people like that where they're like, I hate this place so fucking much. I'm like, dude, I've only been miserable at my job maybe once or twice, and that's never because of the job. It's only ever because of myself, like the mood I'm in.
No, I have. I've had a bad job. When I was the assistant manager, that shit sucked. That sucked. I would close every single night. I would only have Mondays off, and then work every day of the week from 3 to close. And, like, they were not cool people, you know. But all my friends started working there, so I had to wait for all my friends to leave before I quit, because they're like, oh, don't quit, dude. Wait for me. And then finally, once everybody was done, I was like, I'm out of here, dude. I don't want to be here anymore. This is not fun.
Do you miss that job?
I miss the people. The people were really cool. I mean, we had some good times, some crazy pranks going on in there. Restaurant life is fun. It's fun. It's a good time. It's like a little family, you know? And, like, you see them and you're just catching up, and, like, they want to see you. They're worried if you don't show up to work, you know? And if you haven't been working, they're like, what's going on, man? Do you need money? You know, it's the best.
Yeah, I used to have a coworker who used to work at a different grocery store, and she told me that she used to work with a señora who used to have a rotisserie chicken, a whole-ass rotisserie chicken every lunch. Every lunch.
That's crazy.
And that to me was like, damn, God bless this place. So sometimes, like, you think that other places are better, but your place is the place to be at,
it
you
is
know?
the place to be at.
And if you're making money, then it's nice. Again,
I want to hear if anybody has a job out there that you do the bare minimum and make the most amount of money.
Ooh,
those are the best jobs.
Yeah, that is the best.
I think everybody in our generation is looking for those type of jobs. Like trying
Gen
to be,
Z, man.
trying to be, do the less, win the most.
Win the most, always.
But it's near impossible now. But yeah, that's just what I have to say about that.
Yeah. What's it called? I want to get into our try that so I can get into our game part of this show.
All right, let's do it.
So I'm gonna leave you here. It's Frank's show, and we're back. Okay. So, I'm in charge of the try that. Since Jesus is not here, we know it's going to be fun because we can have alcohol.
Ooh, we did get a couple comments saying try some drugs and alcohol. Drugs, I don't know if we're going to do drugs, but alcohol for sure. Why not? We're going to do some hard kombucha. Okay. Wow. These are very strong.
These ran me some money, Frank. They're only 6%, dude.
Oh.
We're good.
I thought these were the 8%.
No, man.
There's some 8% hard kombucha. I mean,
Frank
how about
gets
we
a
turn
little
them
wild.
around? No sponsorships.
Well, we just wanted people to see what we're trying.
They saw.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to try this one first just to see what's up. Are you cool with having one cup or you need a different one?
One cup is fine, man.
Okay.
But anybody who's never mind, I'm gonna delete that part.
Okay.
Okay, and we're back.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Thank you.
That's really good.
Okay, if you guys have never had hard kombucha, it is very good. It's very good. If you like kombucha, try it. If you're trying to, still drink and still be a little bit healthy, do kombucha. It's good. And there's some that are like super strong, and those will get you fucked up without even knowing.
They will, dude.
And then the next day you have to use the restroom like crazy because
You're
it's
all those
kombucha.
microbiomes.
Yeah.
Good microbiomes. Which one do you want to try next?
I'm down to try this Colada Crush.
Okay, Colada Crush. I'll open this one up right now. We're not drinking too much, man, because we might say some things and get canceled, and you know how that goes, you know?
Yeah, I haven't been drinking a lot recently, so I might get drunk.
Cheers, man. Pina colada.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
That's pretty good if you like pina colada.
Right here we got... What do you think so far? What do you think?
I'm getting fucked up.
Attaboy, Frank. Frank really don't drink much.
Yeah. Okay. First one out of 5, 3.5. This one a 4.
4.
And then we'll see the other one.
Right. Oh, that's straight up kombucha.
No, I don't like that one.
There's
at
no
all.
pizzazz right there. Ooh.
Do not like that one. That one's a 2. What is that?
Lavender lemonade. Tastes like lemonade. I hate lemonade. I think lemonade is the biggest scam. I think it just makes you more thirsty. Ugh. All right. Here we go.
That one. No.
We got lychee lemonade. Lemonade. Man, I'm already drunk, Frank. How we gonna finish this podcast? Shit. Cheers, man.
Tragos amargo licor.
That one was better, huh?
That one's probably my favorite.
Okay.
That tastes like straight up kombucha.
These are good. I would probably have these two again. And this one. Just not this one.
Yeah,
I'm not a lemonade fan.
The purple one's a little too sour for me. I like these. These are good.
All right.
But what's this game?
So I did this because I wanted to play a game with Frank. I want to do like a guessing game pretty much of like who would most likely do what. You know, and we're just going to ask each other. I have questions lined up. I don't know if he wants to ask some questions. But we have our cards right here. We're going to just say, hold up who we think is the person that either Danny or Frank who would do that. You know, like who would be most likely to end up in jail. You know? And then we just pick, this person, right?
Well, who's going to be the judge?
The judge is going to be my special guest. We're going to go ahead and call our lovely mother, and she's going to be the one to pretty much say who she thinks, and whoever she thinks is going to be the winner because she's our mom, you know?
Yeah.
So we're going to give her a call. Let's see what she's up to. See if she's down for this.
Hello, mother. You are on Delete That Podcast. Mom, so what happened? Hello. The people are watching, Mom, so be nice. Don't say any bad words, no N words, none of your politics, please. We know how you feel about Israel.
Okay.
All right, awesome. Okay, Mom. So me and Frankie are gonna play a game where pretty much we're gonna say a question. We're gonna say a question, and we're gonna hold up whose name, because we have the names that are here. Whose name we think is that person? Like who's most likely to go to jail, and then we're gonna hold up the name, and then you're gonna be the judge, and you're gonna say who you think it is.
Oh my God.
And then if we guess wrong, we drink.
Right now?
Right now, Mom.
On the podcast?
On the podcast, Mom. Yes. Mom.
Oh my God. Okay.
Mom, when the boss isn't here, you start having fun.
Who's the boss?
Jesus.
He's not there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Mom. So the first question: who is more likely to forget your birthday?
Ooh.
Hold on, Mom. Let us pick.
Oh my God. Who is most likely to forget my birthday?
Yeah.
Both of you.
Oh, nah. Don't.
Pick one.
Like
Pick
most,
one.
like
Who
most
do you think
likely.
would
It doesn't
forget
have
it?
to be
It's
like.
not saying that we actually forgot it. It's
Yeah.
just saying like, oh, who do you think would be like, oh, I forgot it was your birthday, Mom?
Okay, I would say Danny.
Oh, we were both wrong.
Mom, we both guessed Frank.
Yeah.
Come on.
Look, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. One year, my mom's birthday always lands on Super Bowl weekend, right?
Yep.
But this one year, it did not land. It landed during the middle of the week, and I always forget if it's the second or the third. And it was the third, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, my mom's birthday," and I had forgotten.
Damn.
Yeah,
You
but
heard
I
that?
texted her and everything.
You heard that, Mom?
Yeah, I didn't forget all day, but
Yeah, Frankie.
I did not know this.
Mom, I texted you and everything.
You texted me that you forgot?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
Wow.
See.
Old age. It's all right. All right, Mom. Ready? Who is the worst liar?
Ooh.
Let us guess. Let us guess. Let us guess. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Mom.
Who is the worst liar?
Yeah. Whose lies do you not believe?
Danny.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we picked the same person.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't. I'm not a liar, guys. I tell the truth.
No, but then he does try to lie, and he is just awful. It just makes it look bad because he's a really bad liar.
All right. Moving on. Next question. Who starts the fights between us, between me and Frankie?
Frankie.
Yep, we're right. Yeah, Frankie always starts the fight, huh, Mom?
Yeah, Frankie.
All right. Who is most likely to fall in love too fast?
Danny.
Oh, come on,
Say
Mom.
it again. Say it again.
Danny.
Oh.
Too
Whatever.
fast, too easy.
Easy boy.
Wow. Say that again, Mom.
He's an easy boy.
Ooh.
You guys are wrong. Whatever. Okay. Who is most likely to text their ex?
Who is most likely to text their ex?
Yeah. Who? Who do you think?
That one is hard. Danny?
I put Danny.
Whatever.
But Danny didn't.
Danny didn't?
No, Danny said me for some reason. All right, Mom. Out of both of us,
You did it.
Say that. Go
What were
ahead.
you gonna say?
Didn't you text?
Okay.
Delete
Delete that. Jeez, Louise. Okay. Cool.
That's all I know. I don't know if Frankie
Never, Mom.
texted
Hey, delete that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Delete that. I texted happy birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. I'm a nice person.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Mom, out of the both of us, who do you think is going to live longer between me and Danny?
Live longer? It's not the question.
Oh my gosh. Both of you, hopefully.
No, that's not the
come on,
question.
Mom.
What do
You're
you
a nurse, Mom. Be realistic. if you
Some
don't
bullshit.
have good judgment, people are going to say you're a bad nurse.
Oh my God, why? Obviously, right now, Frankie, 'cause
Go.
he's exercising.
We didn't even guess. Mom, this is bullshit. He didn't even guess nothing. He just wanted you to hear you say that I was gonna die. It's a lie. All right, Mom. Who is most likely to live with you the longest? Hold on, let us guess. Go ahead, Mother.
Who's most likely to live with me in in
Like,
the same
oh,
household?
Mom, like, yeah, I need to move in with you. Yeah.
Danny.
Facts. Cheers, man.
That's all right, Mom. It's because I love you. All right. Who do you think is most likely to accidentally get someone pregnant?
Ooh.
Ay, Diosito santo. Danny.
What the hell?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow, Mom. You're really making me look bad. All right. This is going to be your last question. You have to answer. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite twin?
Oh, no. I did not. You guys are crazy.
We need you to answer, Mom. The fans are waiting.
Right now, at this
No.
moment, Mom, who's your favorite? Right now, at this moment. It doesn't have to be all time. Tomorrow, it could be
Oh,
Danny.
all time,
But
of
today,
all time,
it's
of
me.
all time.
Today, right now, it's me.
Some bullshit.
I'm hanging up. Thank you.
All right, Mom.
All right, Mom.
We love you. All right.
We love you, Mom.
Love you too.
All right,
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, man, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, these things, especially when you start chugging them, I mean, we're going out tonight.
Yeah, we're doing something. Thirsty Thursday, we're here. We're doing it. Oh, man. Jeez Louise.
Wow.
I actually want to talk about my delete that moment.
Okay, go ahead.
So, excuse me. My delete that moment, dude, was I started running again. I'm doing another 5K. Another 5K. And the thing is, I ran for 1 full week, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get me and my running
Now, why
partner
would you do that? Why would you sign up for a 5K?
so I could get healthy, man. I see the way you're looking, and you look good.
All right, continue.
So, anyways, me and my running partner, we went out to go run, and so I was like, oh, well, we ran for a week. We should get some drinks. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to buy a Buzzball, and we'll split it. Me and my running partner, my girl, we go running, and I'm like, okay, let's have a drink before. We split a Buzzball. I give her the Buzzball, starts throwing up immediately, and then throws up on the run. And I was like, oh, this was the worst idea ever. So delete that. Don't run with Buzzball in your stomach, guys.
Yeah, that doesn't sound smart, funny, or cute.
It was my idea.
Yeah, but you do that after the run.
Yeah, I thought before the run would be cool, a little buzz.
No. Doing anything drunk is awful right now.
Working drunk is fun.
Working buzzed is fun. Working drunk is not fun,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and second off, you shouldn't be running. The amount of pressure that your joints are receiving at your weight is 3 times your body weight. So that's how much pressure you're putting on it. When you ran that 5K last time, you were a lot lighter than now.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that it's going to hurt your body. What you should be doing is taking care of your diet, not drinking. Those are the things you need to be doing. But hey, each their own, man.
Thank
Each
you,
their
Coach
own.
Frank.
Each their own.
Thanks.
No, I'm just saying. It's like when people are like, you know what? I just got to go walk for 100 days. You don't have to walk. A lot of the times, it's like what you put in. Calories, think of them like money. The more you spend, the less you'll have. The simple as that. The more you spend, the more you do, the less you have. The more you bring in by food and all that, that's the more you're gonna have. And every time you're in a surplus, you're gaining weight. Every time. So always trying to be in a deficit. Always.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that, and then going to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week. Lifting is very important because you burn more muscle. You burn more calories after. Like, you could lift and you burn 200 calories, but just in the recovery period, you burn another 200.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, doing cardio, you burn 200 per mile. So you are running and you hate it for 10 minutes, and that's 200 calories. But after that, that's it. That's all you're doing. So that's why people say lifting weights is the best, because you burn after the workout. You're not just burning there because your body is still recovering.
No, Frank, I'm burning all after, man. I feel tired.
Yeah, you feel exhausted, but you're not. Your body's not doing anything after. It's just like, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah.
All we had to do was that. But hey, to each their own. I mean, I used to be a runner because my dad used to like to run, but it's not the way. And then I don't like the way we look when we run, because then we look too much like a bobblehead. We have a big head.
We do have a big head.
We have a big head, so then we start looking like
Our bodies get real small. Real
yeah,
fast.
and then our skin our neck gets like thin, and then our head just stays big.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, this time around I'm not gonna just do cardio,
Yeah.
because I don't want to look like that. I want to look, fit. I want to look good. At the same time, how long am I gonna keep going for? I probably till I reach where I feel good. But right now, I'm not there. I'm not anywhere close. I want to keep going. Anybody watching and going like trying to lose weight and all that, you can hit me up. I'll try to help you out. I know I don't.
Frank does like to coach people through losing weight and stuff. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not a person that's getting, if you need help, I'm always going to help you. I am Coach Frank after all. And I try to put everybody on, because it's like, why not? Why not? You only live one life. Live it the best to your ability. You should look how you want to look. You only get one chance at this. So it's like, why waste it looking how you hate yourself? Why hate yourself in this life? Why not just fucking love yourself and then just go? But yeah. And then for
delete that.
my delete that moment, I mean, we still have like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. It's just a question.
Cool, no, I'm just saying. Oh. My delete that moment is quitting soccer.
Really?
My delete that moment is quitting soccer, because it hits you, man. It hits you in periods.
My God.
It hits you like a breakup. It hits you like a breakup.
Yeah, well, you're breaking up with 500 kids.
And let me tell you, like, I have a kid, on my team, and he knows that I'm gonna leave, and he's a middle schooler, but he's so worried about me that it makes me worried about myself. He's telling me, he's like, but what are you gonna do for work? What are you gonna do for work? There's no way you can find a job this fast. No, there's no way you can leave. You have to keep going. But are you gonna be there for me? Are you gonna be there for me when I'm that age? Like, when I get to high school, are you gonna be my coach? Because that's all I've ever wanted. And it's just so it like kills you inside. Because it's like, geez, dude. Like, I want to be there for you, but at the same time, you're making a decision for yourself, and it feels selfish. But it's like, you're like, I gotta make a selfish decision right now. I gotta make it about me.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I was trying to get into earlier. Like, when you hit 27, 28, and I know some people are a lot older than us, or some people are younger than us, but when you hit 27 as a guy, like Jesus was telling us that, like, once you hit 30, you're like, all right, I got to get things together,
Yeah.
But I feel
we're coming up on that. We're coming up on that.
Yeah.
We got, like, what, 3 months?
3 months till we're 28, and it's just like, you feel it. You feel like, damn, I got to get something going.
I got to figure it out.
I got to get something, going. I can't be a low life. I can't just be, being.
It is a trip. Do you think we're going to be those 30-year-olds that the people are going to be like, oh, you're 30? And you kind of look younger?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I get that I look 24, 25, 20. I have never gone in that I look my age. The only time I did was when I was overweight and I wasn't working out and I wasn't taking care of myself. That's the times where they're like, oh, yeah, you look 27. Yeah, te miras acabado,
Yeah.
But other than that, when you're taking care of yourself, when we lose weight, we look 10 years younger.
Yeah,
we look
really young.
like, there's times where I had lost weight and I was with the high school and they're like, damn, you look like just one of them, because it's like we have baby faces. We just have always had it. But yeah, so when we lose weight, we look a lot younger. But I think that, like, what the most messed up thing I've ever heard. Actually, delete that moment from the past. Okay. I'm gonna bring this up right now. All right. Okay. Serve me another one.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I have some. But no, one
Cheers.
time.
To being a bad person.
No. So back in the day, I was in love with this girl at Trader Joe's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who ended up being my girlfriend. But at the time, this was during COVID, me and my brother had lost a lot of weight. A lot of weight.
Yeah.
I want to say 80 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So then like one of my coworkers, and this coworker, she was a little hoe. She was a little hoe, man. She was old already. She was old. Viejita. But she was over there,
Spin games.
Flirting.
Doing her thing.
She had a husband, kids.
Wow.
No shame. Hey,
Good for her.
Good for her. We don't shame here.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't have any shame at all. And one time, and I had been trying to talk to this girl for a long time. She came up to me and said, maybe now she'll like you. She said that shit. I will never forget that day.
Wow. That's fucked up, dog.
She said, oh, my God, you're looking so good. Maybe now she'll like you.
Oh, because everybody knew. Everybody knew.
Yeah, everybody fucking knew. And it was just like,
That's
dog,
not
that
right.
shit hit me like.
That's
poof.
not right, man.
And I carry that till this day. Well, I wish I could delete that.
That's not right.
Because it's like, damn, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, to be fair, I get where she's coming from.
Yeah.
But you never had those type of moments where someone says something and you're like, that was so fucked up. I'm going to remember it. I don't hate you for it. But, hey.
Yeah, I mean, well, I get you. Might delete that moment, but keep that kind of is, one time my ex-girl posted me on her story, and one of her uncles said, who's that butch lesbian?
Oh.
And that's where it came from.
Oh.
That's where it came from, where I was like, oh, that's funny. Like, he roasted me so good, I was like, I'm going to keep that. That's mine now.
You're going to write it
and I'm going to write it, and that's my new joke.
Wow.
And so, like, that's why I do that joke. But, but I was like, and then that's where it sent me to a spot. I was like, oh, my God. I do, like, I don't know what to do. I have feminine features. And, so that's where it all started.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll stay with you, man. That shit will fuck you up.
Yeah,
man.
that shit does stay with you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that everybody struggles with that, and it's funny when you find somebody's push button.
Yeah, like,
right
where you roasted them so bad, it was like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because some people can bounce back from it and some people can't.
Yeah.
And I think that when we hang out with people that can't bounce back from
they literally will play it in their head.
Yeah, they get in their head.
Because we're roasters. We like to make fun of people, but it's like, oh, don't take it to the heart, dude. It's all jokes. It's all jokes, It
is all jokes. And I hate hanging out with people who can't take
a
jokes.
joke. Oh, yeah.
It's the worst. It's like
really bad.
And if they take it personal, it's annoying. If they're like trying to like take it too far, it's also annoying. If it's just playful, like joking, then it's great.
Yeah.
But I think that people, se pasan unas veces, and it's just like
you gotta kind of find a perfect limit where you can push the envelope, and then there's some times where like, oh, that was out of pocket. You can't say that,
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So that kind of stuff is very important. You gotta be careful with. But that's life.
Oh, someone did ask us about our World Cup, and we'll give it a little sports section right now. Sorry for anyone who doesn't watch sports or like sports. World Cup prediction. I truly think that the top 3 teams going into this are France, Spain, and Brazil. The reason why is because it's very hard for a team from Europe to win it in the Americas. The last team was Germany, but it's very rare when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because Germany won in Brazil. But I think that, Spain is one of the favorites. They won the Euro. They look good. France always carries a really good team. And Brazil, I just have a feeling about them. I am not a Messi fan.
Yeah.
And I'm not an Argentina fan. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people probably are. I just not.
But of course, we
not.
root for Mexico.
Yes, my team every time is always Mexico. It's always going to be Mexico.
Always Mexico.
I will talk shit on them the whole year, but when it comes to the World Cup,
I did get asked that question. Like, why do you prefer Mexico over the U.S.? I got asked that, and for me, because in the World Baseball Classic, that's also happening right now. I got that question. I was like, well, I like Mexico, and they're like, but why? Why do you like Mexico? Because. And then I was like, why do I? And then I watched USA and I watched Mexico. Because I look more like the Mexicans than I do the Americans. I'm not tall, white, blue eyes, and built. There's a lot of Mexicans on that team. Like Alejandro Kirk, who's like a chubby Mexican, but he's doing it. It's like, that's me. That's who that represents me. Like, I'm that guy. So it's like, I'm cool with that. And there's a lot of dudes on there who don't even speak Spanish, but they're Mexican American. I'm like, yeah.
And the thing is, I know who asked you that question, and the reason why the next day I was thinking about it, I was like, why do we? You know, I get it. Like if somebody else, and then somebody on TikTok was like, well, yeah, if I moved to Switzerland and I was born in the U.S., I'd still root for the U.S.
Yeah.
You know, if my parents were American and I went to Switzerland, I'd still root for the U.S.
Yeah.
Look, the reason why is because when you have a special connection to where you're from, and some people don't. Some people do not. Like when they're from, they absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay to root for, you know, Team USA. I think it's okay to root for, you know, what you want to root for. But I personally, the reason why we root for Mexico is because we have very fond memories of Mexico.
Yeah, and the people and our family.
People. Like our family is Mexican. When we go visit our family, we visit Mexican people, true Mexican people, you know? Yeah. And it's like that's why we root for them, because it's not about I just think Mexico's better. If I wanted to choose the best team and then I'd go for Spain, I'd go for France.
We'd be Salvadorians cheering for Brazil.
Exactly, you know? We'd be Salvadorians thinking Messi's Salvadorian, you know?
Yeah.
It's like it's not that way, you know? We believe in our country, and we believe in the people because we come from those people. And people who say, like, oh, you shouldn't. You're born in the U.S. now. I get that. But let me ask you this. Most of the people that are saying that are from countries that they have no connection to.
Mm-hmm.
Or, unless you're Native American, then you're 100%, like, I get it. Team USA, I get that. But other than that, like, you are probably...
if it was really like that, then you'd have to go for the state you're from.
Right?
Right? You can't go for the why. Why would you go? Have you ever been there? No.
Yeah, right? And it's the same thing. It's like all right, then you're from California, but you go for the Boston Red Sox. Yeah. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Like, you're from California. I have
family from Boston, but you've never been to Boston.
You've never been to Boston. You don't live in Boston. If you like it so much, why don't you go?
Yeah.
It's like that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
It's like, but you know, I know somebody in the comments gonna be fucking pissed and be like, no, and then Sue's gonna be like, oh, why'd you guys talk about that? But hey, that's just our piece. We don't have to agree, guys. Like I said,
we don't. Dude.
We don't have to agree.
That's
I don't
just
think
what we think. So go for whoever you want at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to cry when they sing the national anthem, and I'm going to cry when Mexico loses, and I'm going to cry when Mexico exits out of the group stage this year, and I'm going to be upset.
And it doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter, because guess what?
They don't care.
They don't care that much.
They don't care, man. They're just getting a sick dollar.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like the World Cup is the greatest time of the year.
It is
I
the
remember every single World Cup that I've been alive for. You know, we've had a privilege that our dad has always showed us, like, what the World Cup is and showed us how important it is and how beautiful it could be. And I remember the first time, because 2006 was probably our first, like, one that we, like, you know, our brains were actually working and conscious. Because before that, you know, 1998, we were literally a day old. Yeah. And then 2002, we were 3 years old, so we weren't really paying attention. And then, or 4 years old. And then 2006, we were now 8 years old.
Yeah.
And that's when we're seeing Ronaldinho for the first time.
Right?
Yeah, we're seeing Ronaldinho for the first time. We're seeing France for the first time against Italy in the World Cup. And just
and then 2008 was Chicharito?
2010 was Chicharito in South Africa. And you remember every place you were at when you watched the World Cup final. You remember the moments. In 2006, we were at my grandma's house in L.A. In 2010, we were at home with our buddy D, watching Spain, rooting for Spain. We wanted Spain to win. In 2014, we were at home.
Bullshit, man.
Watching Argentina versus Germany. In 2018,
Mexico.
We were in Mexico for the beginning of it, but then came back and watched France versus Croatia in the final.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah. And then 2022, one of the best World Cup finals of all time. Yeah. That was literally the greatest final
France should have won that
I've ever seen. I put that and then next to it, Game 7 Dodgers World Series.
Oh, yeah.
Because I get it. Dodgers World Series had everything, and it's the most beautiful ending, and I think it's great. It's perfect. But the way that World Cup was, just back and forth, you thought France was completely out.
Yeah, of course. And then Mbappe just had to get a hat trick, and like it was just he literally put the team on his back. He said, "I got this."
And like for people who don't care about this, like the only reason why I think the World Cup is so big happens only once every 4 years, and this is literally the best of the world.
Yeah.
So if you see somebody shine out, like shine and make it huge,
they're gonna make it big.
They're gonna make it big.
Yeah.
And I think that right now in the world of of being online, like look at that girl who won the the ice skater, Alyssa Liu. Everybody's obsessed with her, and it's now because like TikTok and the Winter Olympics are not even that big of a deal.
They're not.
They're not. But she made it big because she looked like young people. She looked
outgoing and stuff.
Yeah. So there's gonna be so many moments that this World Cup I think are gonna be huge. It's in America. So I wish there were better times in the world, but hey, it is. I can't control that.
Yeah.
You know? I can't. I do wish that.
So shout out the World Cup, man. Can't wait.
The World Cup's gonna be great. The Olympics are coming 2028. Everything's good. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Any upcoming shows, Danny?
Upcoming shows, yeah, man. I got 2 at the end of March. I got one on the 26th in Rudy's, and then the 28th I got one in Long Beach. That's a free show. Come out and support the Comedy Room in Long Beach. It's the Sorrento's Italian Kitchen. It's going to be sick, man. I might be closing it out, or I might be doing a feature spot. I'm not sure yet. But please come check out the shows, man. I don't know what Jesus has coming up. I think they're going to be in San Luis Obispo that weekend. So make sure you guys check those shows out, man. We appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys like the episode.
Yes. Also, big things coming for Delete That Podcast. I know a lot of you are asking about Patreon and all that. An announcement to come soon. Please stay patient with us. We will be back. Jesus will be back next week, and we'll get it going. We love you guys all. Love you guys.